What's good? What's good? I am back. Yours truly, Triple P Paul Pickett Podcast. I'm your host, Paul Pickett, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much more. Today, I'm going to react to Joe Rogan and Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Where Joe's asking him about how he survived from CDs to the streaming era, whatnot, and that definitely is a field that I know about because I've made my living off of music promotion for over a decade now. So I'm very interested in what he has to say. Before we do, let's give you a word from one of our sponsors, Dizzle brand, Dizzle Premium Luxury Liqueur. Let's get into it. That's right. That was LA Shakers doing a video for Dizzle Premium Luxury Liqueur. Check them out, dizzlebrand.com. A mixture of agave tequila, French cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Just throw your Dizzle on ice and it's nice. Go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations, click on one of the top 3 links. You can order your very own bottle or bottles of Dizzle Premium Luxury Liqueur. Must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. And below that is locations in California, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Arkansas, and they got the Dizzle brand merch as well. And I just actually opened up the Dizzle brand SD store last night for them, so we'll be having the Dizzle brand shirts available on SD as well as these new little apparel T-shirts for all you dog lovers out there. So let's get into it. Joe Rogan and Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Not better or worse, right? It's different.
Same with rock and roll. Yeah.
What was it like for you guys when all of that the streaming thing, when it all came to be with Napster and there was this big uproar? How did you guys how did you feel about that when all that was going on? Because that was the giant shift, right? Napster was the great shift when the internet sort of realized, like, oh, we can just get this stuff for free. And then, some people were furious about it. Like, I interviewed Paul Stanley from Kiss once, and he was like, man, it's stealing. You're fucking stealing my music. And I was like, wow, that's an interesting way of looking at it. Because, like, some people didn't think of it that way at all. They thought of it that, like, well, this is a way my fans can get my music easier. And if you really want to support me and you like the music, go buy the CD too. But, like, I'm happy you got it.
Because that's what real fanatics do.
I did not have time or energy to even care about it. Like, my focus was so just wanting to make good music and put in the effort that whatever happened to it afterwards, I didn't even care.
Well, you guys had already made so much money selling actual physical records by then, right?
What year did Napster happen?
I want to say it was like 99-ish. Is that it? Yeah.
I think we made our lion's share of cash flow in the 2000s.
Really?
I think so.
Well, people are still 100% still buying CDs.
Yes.
And when did it die?
10 years ago?
10 years ago.
Ish. I didn't care. Napster didn't bother me. It was like, if that's what's happening, that's happening. Really, I just wanted to be a good band member and a productive bandmate and do our thing and go play live, which you can't replicate.
Right.
That's the thing that kind of kept us alive, even when record sales
and that's where
disappeared.
most of the money's at.
Right.
When we go play live, people show up.
Right.
So I wasn't worried about the money, but I think even if that had happened earlier when I was less financially capable, I don't care. We were never in it for the money. The money was a bonus.
You would just be like, well, this is.
Let me stop what he said right there. He said we never were in it for the money. The money was a bonus. I remember a time when that's what it used to be about. Like people were getting into the music business and making music to make music because they love to make music, and it was a bonus. Now it's not like that. Now it's more of, oh, we just trying to make money, and it's easy to make music. It's not easy to market and advertise the music, but it's easy to make music. Like there's so many people that are really, really basic musicians, really basic compared to the more complex nature, the complex artists and stuff like that. For example, a cat like Soldier Boys and 21 Savage and Lil Yachty. These cats are so basic compared to a cat like Busta Rhymes or Eminem or Tretch. These cats are nowhere. They're just so basic. So, yeah, there used to be a time when it's about that, and there's still artists that are like that. But once you get into the business, um, you know, you, like you gotta want to make money too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's like you said though, that's what it was originally about. Just we're making music because we love to make music, and this is a bonus. But that's not so much what's going on nowadays. Let's keep it moving.
We were never in it for the money. The money was a bonus.
You would just be like, well, this is how it is now.
This is how it is now. We didn't miss a beat. We never wasted a moment. A lot of people who are more commerce oriented, fought tooth and nail, like this can't happen. And yeah, there's probably some injustices going on in there where corporations are taking advantage of
Certainly
those
yeah.
opportunities. I don't have that much time and space to devote to fighting those. I'd rather spend my time and energy making something good.
Good for you, man.
That's just
that's a great attitude. Because I didn't disagree with how Lars Ulrich felt about it. I understood what he was saying, but I was like, man, that's a bad look. It's just like you're so wealthy and so successful, and the people that are downloading your music for free are your fucking fans, and a lot of them are poor, and now they can get it, and they can get it right away. And for you to call them like thieves and get angry and tell people not to do it, like, man, this is a new disruptive technology, and you're not going to stop it.
And Joe's right about that. And one of the points he made about like attacking your fans, like there's a lot of that going on nowadays. Like if the fans don't like something, oh, let's attack them. Let's call them racist, bigots, haters, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's going on in Hollywood now. If you don't like Rings of Power or Bros or Woman King or any of these movies that have these identity politics or virtue signaling, they just attack the fans, and that's a terrible marketing strategy. That is the worst marketing strategy ever. Just keep it moving.
Maybe some older folks who weren't in tune with the new internet, like they thought somehow or another you were going to stop it. And I was like, man, you don't understand this, Genie, because that cork is off the bottle. And this whole thing is the future, man. It's going to change for everybody with everything, whether it's with movies, with everything you could imagine. It's all going to be available now.
And people that fought it were really just losing ground. So our record company, Warner Brothers,
was going on heavy for
very slow to recognize the power of the internet, and they got hurt.
Let's run that back. I want to run that back. What he said.
Just losing ground. So our record company, Warner Brothers, were very slow to recognize the power of the internet, and they got hurt.
And you know why that makes so much sense to me is because all these record companies don't have no in-house promoter no more, because all their in-house promoters were radio and street team guys and not internet guys. So they have to come and they have to pay people like me or other companies that I know personally to do marketing and promotions for them, because they're not hip to the internet game. They waited too long. They didn't see what it was going to be. They thought we was going to be. We still break records the same way. It's just different platforms. It used to be about breaking them on radio and street teaming. Now we're breaking them on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, SoundCloud, whatever other platform that's out there, Triller, you know, that's where they break in records now. Keep it moving.
And so we just put out a record a couple days ago, and another double record in the same year, which is kind of a beautiful thing. But the main guy from the record company showed up. Very lovely dude, cares about music, super into the band. And I was like, well, we have to make sure that this doesn't leak. This is 2 weeks ago. And he's like, well, we've kind of changed our tune on that lately. If it leaks, it leaks. So even these gigantic behemoth companies are now like, okay, so it leaked. It's
just makes it more popular.
Yeah.
Just more people tell people about it.
I don't care.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. I just want people to hear it.
You know what? What he said is very important there. He said the labels don't really care if it leaks anymore. Because, see, this is the thing about the music business has always been like the dope business. Okay, well, then we're breaking songs on radio. People could tune into their radio stations and listen free. They could tune into this radio stations and listen free. So you always gave away music free per se. Because when people were paying, they were paying $50,000 to work the song on radio, so they could give the song away free on radio to listen to. That's the thing. You've always had to give away something for free to get them hooked first. It's like the dope game. You got to give them a free sample, and then they get hooked. And like he said, he just want people to hear his music. Some people just want people to love their music and appreciate their music, and if they get paid and make money by it, it's a bonus. And some people, then there's a lot of people in this business, because rapping or making music is easy now. You got software. You can get the software for your at the house, the microphone, the preamp. I record all my own stuff. You got mastering software online. You got distribution companies, promotion companies, everything that labels would try to withhold from up and coming and unsigned artists and not give them access to back in the 90s or the 80s. They have access to. We have access to recording our own music, making our own beat, distributing our own music, down to the publishing, the royalties, anything. You could do your own music video. I got a green screen right over here. You could just I could do my own music video right here. You know what I'm saying? Everything you could do in-house. You have access to all that, and you didn't have access to all that before. So, yeah, this is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But artists don't really think like that no more. They don't really think like that no more. Not the majority of them. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Peace, and I'm out.